I'd say when we look back on it now, especially together, just kind of realize how quickly someone's life can get turned upside down. I mean, I was at top of my life and then all of a sudden I can't move for months and months.
It's so hard to watch someone you love so much be in such catastrophic pain and not know what the long-term outcome would be when all we heard from anybody we talked to was that this was the worst knee injury they've ever seen or heard of.
I was in Kansas City for the Bills-Chiefs AFC Championship game. And then after the game, we were just going back to our Airbnb. We were cutting across a park, just started walking down a little hill, lost my footing. Part of my leg kind of stayed where it was. Part of me kept going with momentum and just kind of tumbled down, and it all kind of fell apart at the bottom of the hill, I guess. They started all the MRIs and tests and realized that my knee, the words they used was hanging on by a thread.
My husband and I found out when Jack called us, and as the day progressed, it seemed to get worse and worse and worse. Jack was in our back seat with rods screwed into his femur, through his quadricep, into his tibia, and he was in excruciating pain. I called Midwest Orthopedics and decided that the best person for this job, hands down, was Dr. Chahla.
So Jack had all the ligaments that connect the thigh bone to the shin bone were completely torn. But on top of that, he had a patellar tendon injury. That is as severe as an injury can get, to the point that they can actually lose their limbs.
Pretty much from January to, I'd say around April, I was in bed probably 22 hours a day, even when I was on crutches, maybe 20 hours a day. So I'd say pretty much my only goal was just trying to be able to walk again, because I was almost unsure that I'd ever be able to, even though Dr. Chahla reassured me it was always going to be a possibility.
The treatment went absolutely great. I told Jack this is going to be a tough lesion to recover from. I think you're going to have to work really hard with me so that we can go through the stages of recovery. The good thing about people like Jack is that that those kind of people will try their best to get better. From an injury that may be limb-threatening, he's now having almost a normal life.
Dr. Chahla is definitely a caring person. You can tell that he really does care about his patients.
Dr. Chahla treated our entire family, not just Jack. After his 6.5-hour reconstructive surgery, when he came out and gave me a hug, and I was crying, and he was so reassuring. I felt so supported in the most frightening time of my life.
I don't know, I try to take everything one step at a time. So, physical health is something that's precious, and a lot of people are fortunate to have it, and a lot of people aren't. So I definitely will always be appreciative for it for the rest of my life now.